my name is Cephas, and actually I'm an artist, and I focus on several art projects because we have many artists. And artists, what I mean is, you can be actually be an artist by lighting, and also musician. But my art project is art and craft. Yeah. My art nature, I think it is an inheritance from my grandfather, and when I came to discover my art project, I was somehow 9 years old, maybe 10, when I was at primary. That is when I started my art. As I grow older, I came to develop my art when I joined Form 3. That is when I decided, no, I should not be doing cartoons. I should do at least a realistic portrait, or maybe a picture of a human being. So that is when I developed Surely. Yeah. Good question, because art is about maybe creativity. Yeah. So if we go to the art project now of dealing with pencils or paints, that is now what I'm talking about, the art project. And I usually do pencil art, that is hyperrealism or shading, and also pointillism, use of pen. And now when we come to painting, and that I actually do it for like just like a hobby. That is not my main art. And also in art we have the craft. The craft is use of woods to craft maybe something, that is sculpturing, and wire. But for me, I focus with wire art, and I love wire art because I love that art of carving or twisting wires. Yeah, that is. So first of all, I will talk about myself, how I came to be supported in art project or in my art pathway to life. I had no support. So I come from a humble family, and my parents, they influenced me by telling me continue doing it, and I actually continued. But the issue is, when you come to the education system that was there before, it is meant for teaching you to be employed, not to work in your creativity. But for now, the education system now, it is not working, because you can see it. Remember when Gen-Zs were fighting for employment, but look at the system now. It is giving you back to your actual creativity. Yeah, that is, yeah.
And how old are you?
I am 22.
Okay.
You might be surprised maybe. Wow, I love the question. First of all, at the ages of 20s, that is when you should discover who you are, and your motive, and your gift, which is talent. And what I'm about to say is, if you want to do something outside here, as I can say that I have built something by art project, you must discover you should be disciplined by keeping off the social media, and also movies, games. That is another system that controls your mind. You never think of creation, you just stay dormant, watching videos, and also playing games. So you must be disciplined. And if you want to come outside here and do something for your own benefit with your power or your gift, don't quit if you can't be disciplined. Because if you come here, you might struggle and you will go back to your work. So then I can say this about my art project. Somehow it made me famous, which I was not aiming to be famous, but I'm proud of that. By being famous, it is that unique move. We have a lot of artists here in Nanyuki, you actually know, but you must look at the industry. What can I do that people are not doing? So the first time when I got here in Nanyuki, I walked around and I came to see some artists doing something different. I know this artist here in Kilimala, the other one in Sportman Arms, the other ones in Teachers, you know the curio shops, and also the unknown artists. But I saw they are not doing something that I am thinking of. That is what I reflected here, and I usually make a lot of in my art project, and I'm happy of it because it is pointillism. Tell me if you have ever seen anyone doing pointillism. No one. And the other one is sculpturing using wires. Have you seen one here in Nanyuki? No. So if you are coming outside, don't do the same case with others. Be unique. As I said, you must have something when you're coming outside here. I mean, a side hustle. Because if you come here outside, bills are still waiting for you. So you need to eat, to dress, and also to be comfortable where you are, like dressing. So what I mean is, if you get me doing some nail work or barber shop, shaving, that is a side hustle or a backup of what I am actually doing, because my main focus is establishing something big, which is art project. It must be big by submitting to something else a little bit. So whenever you get me see me do some nail art, or maybe editing videos or shooting some videos, for shooting videos I want to be recognized, because this is the industry. If no one knows you, no one will buy from you, or no one will entertain you. By entertaining, meaning no one will buy something from you. So you must be recognized by coming out from where you are, by getting to the website. We have the internet, so the internet is something will make you grow in fastest way, because this is not the old times. Like, you need to print a card so that you can give up to another person. You just need to be on the camera as I am right now. Yeah. My art life or my art project, this doesn't come from school, or maybe getting to a college and doing something. So being in Nanyuki and doing some art project, you don't need to go somewhere else to get something big. You just need to start wherever you are. Like, why do you think when you come outside of where you are, you might do something big? An example, I have this truth. One is a simple truth, the other one is a complicated truth. So which will you go with? You might say maybe a complicated. How will you understand that this is the truth if you don't have the sample? So start with that small, by being submissive and discipline and consistency. So that is what I would say. To do something great in Nanyuki or wherever you are, start with that one step. Yeah, so where you can get some art in a shop, I have Crafteduka. The one who is running Crafteduka is called Naomi. So go check my craft are there, because that is a Crafteduka. And the other one is art. So art, I mean by drawing, pencil work, stippling, paint. So that is elegance. It is not a shop, but somehow it could be a shop, but it is a spa, and it is called Elegance. The other name they are coming up with is 031 Arts and Craft. You hear the craft because of the art displayed there. So go and check the art there. It is located at Nanyuki, and the actual place. Do you know this bookshop? Its name is Justin's Bookshop. It has two branches. So the first branch is in Mall. The other one is around town.
Cedar Mall?
Yeah, Cedar Mall, yeah. The other one is around Absa Bank opposite, or Kenchik. Yeah, near bookshop, that bookshop, yeah. Oh, before I tell you where you can get me into my website, so remember that I usually do even the nail work, even the barber work, so like shaving, and my work, it is a bit simple and also complicated. What I mean is, go to your Pinterest, find a nail art, or maybe polish, and if you decide to call me for anything concerning maybe your beauty, and also maybe for gentlemen your shave, just I'm right there at Elegance. That is the place you can find me. But if you want for better service or how to get me quickly, just receive the contact. But because if you don't and you are expecting me to be there, you might find out I'm not there, because I am an artist. Remember what I told you, that is a side hustle. So you must call me before you decide to come. Yeah, that is. So where to find me in the social media? I have, I think, 5 platforms. That is Pinterest, Thread, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. And the name is Cephas Artist. As simple as that. The name is Cephas Artist. But the easiest way to see my art project without a long description, go to Pinterest. It is very simple to monitor my work, and when you get to the Pinterest profile, you must go to created, not saved. Saved is the favorite, but created. So YouTube, go and subscribe and check the process of how I do my art project, or art pictures, because I show up from beginning until the end of my process. And if you wish to have some classes, just inform me, because I'm looking forward even to teach some kids, and I hope you'll be one of my client. Yeah. Remember me talking about I have 1 year in my art project. What do you think about 5 years? I said about 2026. Remember, for those who watched my previous video, I said about 1 year. What do you think about 1 year? Remember that phrase. What about now? What do you think about 5 years? And my Father, who is my God, you don't believe in God, but whoever is awake in spirituality knows there is another being who is a spiritual being, who helps the ones who submit, and also even he helps those who doesn't know. You are not responsible of your life. You might think I'm responsible, because let me say why I'm telling you are not responsible. Were you there when you are born? You never know if you are to be killed. You never know if your mom were to kill you. So you're not responsible of your life. Even now, some bit and know who you are serving, because you might be serving yourself, yet where you are going to, you are leading to pathway to destruction, death. Because I believe, but I know you are there to approach your future, and your future is more than I can say. You just need to focus on that one that you need. So in 5 years to come, I think I'll be doing something great, and I don't want to say, because I don't know. What do you think? Yeah. I have another social media account that is Zetetica Podcast Show. The reason why I'm calling it Zetetica, it is about seeking the truth. Maybe another person there can call me a Christian. I don't recognize myself as a Christian. I don't know what you mean by being a Christian, because for now you have twisted, you people and other people has twisted Christianity. Now you see it as religion. So that is why I don't recognize myself as a Christian. What I mean, I don't recognize myself as a religious person. So that is why I call my YouTube channel Zetetic or Zetetica Podcast Show. Go and check up that show. It is a new account, so don't expect more subscriber. If you're willing to be part of my subscriber, just click the subscription key and you follow up. We have a conversation about what people are going through, because I know what I was going through before I gave out my life to Christ. I know what I was going through, and I wonder, who am I now? I can't call myself pure, but I'm a righteous person, because the things that I was doing before, that was owed me, and I can't go back. And maybe another person can tell me, no, I don't believe in Jesus name. It's okay, I do understand. It is because you're not experiencing, and the issue is, if you don't experience something, you say it doesn't exist. An example, if I say you have your own girlfriend, you have been away from her maybe for several months, and another person comes and tell you, do you know what, your girlfriend who you are willing to marry has a kid. You say, I don't believe in that, I don't know, and that is not true. How do you know? You must see. So you must experience. You cannot say something doesn't exist because you don't see it. So he exists, he is alive, and I call the truth a being. The truth is not a state of knowing. That is not truth. A truth is a being. He is alive, and we call the word of God is alive. So the truth is a being, and he is alive. So that is my company, another company, and I might maybe collaborate on those two ideas of mine, Zetetica and art project, and I give it a name. I'm looking forward, but that is my progress. In 2026, this is not a revelation. By dealing with dopamine, for you who read some book, you know what is dopamine. And that dopamine, let me just express a little bit what is dopamine. Is that idea of making decision. No, this is the year of my progress. Now I must do something. So for me 2026 is not about making a movement, but continuing a movement that I started at 2023. That is when I focused on my art project in a different way, because submission and consistency at the first place, it is the one it reflects who you are as you move on. So 2026 is not a revolution, it is a movement. I'm just continuing. Yeah,
thank you very much, and we appreciate for you coming through and speaking your truth.
Wow, thank you, and have a good time. I expect you to be my guest, because
you guys invite me, I want to come. I'm forcing myself. I'm like, yes.
Zetetica show is all about seeking the collaborative, and because how do you think when you are shooting something, you're alone there? You're like, I'm alone, but I'm not discouraged by being alone when I'm doing something good. I'm just willing to have that friend I can collaborate. We can have a discussion of argument. We can just sit down, argue, but argument that it is so desirable. Like I want to see another argument of maybe truth or how we are supposed to live, because argument lead to knowledge, and seeking the truth because you want to be challenged. Yeah, I face those arguments because I know I want to be encouraged. I don't want to be comfortable speaking about the truth. However, like this a religious way, like whoever want to hear, whoever want to make a change. No, I don't do that. I do that of, let us argue about this, or let us communicate about this, and the argument should lead to love, not that argument of leading to rebel against each other. You start hatred. Yeah, that is, yeah.